Hello there, yet another day that we get to speak about the issues affecting us, and first and foremost is to take a moment to celebrate and talk about the demise of one of Kenya's most gallant sons, a public servant par excellence, a politician who never shied away from speaking his mind, and a kingpin of the Gusii nation. And we therefore want to take this opportunity to condole with the family, the immediate family, the larger Gusii community, as well as the people of Kenya for the loss of Mzee Simeon Nyakundi, who passed on yesterday at the age of 88. We want to pray that the Almighty God is going to give the comfort and the forbearance to go through this trying moment. Now, having said that, and to my good friends, Mary Nyakundi, Charles Nyakundi, and others, I think I want to join the rest of the world in condoling with you and saying pole sana for the loss of Mzee, and we know that he has gone to a better place, and it is only us who can join they that have departed before us. So Mzee Simeon Nyakundi, a man I held in high respect, and I have to say, like I pointed out yesterday in my post, that this is one old man that really inspired some of us. And the last time that I had an encounter with him, I was really surprised that he could actually remember and precisely, and that is what has been said about him, is that he was very, very thorough in his work. He actually remembered that I've been out on assignment in Kigali, Rwanda. So fare thee well, Mzee, and we hope that the family will take up the mantle. And Charles, my good friend, you now have very big shoes to fit into, especially with the falling of them, the mogumo tree, as they say. In Mzee, now you have the opportunity to rise up and be the man that will fit into the shoes. They are big. Mzee was a big man. He was an icon, but then you have no choice. You've got to step up and be the one that carries the mantle on from where he left. And there is no doubt in my mind that you can do it. You may not have been as charismatic as Mzee, obviously, because he was still there, albeit the fact that he had taken a low profile, and therefore now you can go all out and join your peers in shaping the history of this country, because you are a big name. Mzee has left a big legacy, which you must ensure that it then is not lost. Fare thee well, Mzee Simeon Nyakundi, following your demise at the age of 88 years. Now, let's move on and talk about something that is very disturbing that happened, and it involved at the center of it my two very good friends, people I have known for many years and this is what happened during the burial of Mzee Abel Gongera, father to Kisii County Deputy Governor, His Excellency Joash Mangi. Now, first of all, I have known the two politicians that you obviously know. That is Honorable Simba Arati, Member of Parliament for the Dagoretti South constituency. He's serving a second term in Parliament. And of course, Honorable Sylvanus Osoro, somebody that I've also known for many years, who's serving his first term as member of the National Assembly representing South Mugirango constituency. Now, first of all, I have to say that on this one, I am talking about my friends, and I want to address them directly. First of all, without mincing any words, and unless we call out this kind of things, then we are going to suffer, and the worst is yet to come. And unless we speak against it, unless the people of Kenya decide that We are no longer going to accept this kind of political, mediocrity and intolerance. Now, I hesitated. I took time before I could put out this message because I hadn't followed the live proceedings, and I've had to go back to the videos and look at all the material that has been made public. And I want to say from the outset that my good friend and brother, Honorable Sylvanus Osoro, you are wrong on this, and it doesn't matter how you want to justify this, how proud you want to be about what you said and in defense of your political camp. But I want to say that on this one, you are wrong, terribly wrong, and you've let a majority of Kenyan youth who had a lot of faith in you, you have let them down. You have given a bad image of what youthful leadership is about, and by extension, I dare say that you have given the hustler movement a bad name, a bad image, because honestly, you are the aggressor on this. Because when you were making your speech, my brother, it was uninterrupted, and not everybody agreed with what you were saying. You made very, very serious assertions against the former Prime Minister, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, and a lot of people may have been disappointed with how your novelty and choice of words to even say that 2022 it has to be William Ruto kufa kupona. Those are very serious sentiments that can be taken either way, can be taken out of context. So yet nobody disrupted you from making those sentiments. Nobody attacked or attempted an assault on the podium while you made your speech. Now, I have seen you go on social media and try to justify and even say that you were not hurt, and you, by the time you were being pulled out of the stage, Honorable Simba Arati had no microphone, and I am asking myself, surely, what was this about? I do not know what was so serious and so life-saving that the only option you had was to attack Honorable Simba Arati. This kind of intolerance is not good for the country, and we have called it out. We've been talking about it. We are saying this is very dangerous, and coming almost a year and a half, exactly a year and a half to the next elections is really, really sad. Now, I do not know what exactly drove you into that. I have never known you to be a violent person. But on this one, Honorable Simba Arati could not have folded his hands and wait for you to assault him. So I think in the heat of the moment, whatever happened, happened, and here we are. But what I want to say is that Honorable Sylvanus Osoro, you must be able to come out and apologize to Kenyan youth and to the millions of people who believe that you are a youthful leader and you have places to go in terms of your political star. You have let them down. You have disappointed them. I may not agree with your political persuasion. Many may not agree with mine as well. But then I may not agree with Honorable Simba's way of speech or expressing himself. But then I do not think that you can justify what you attempted to do and what that has led this conversation into. So I want to say that you owe all of us an apology. You owe the Kenyan people an apology, and the sooner you do it, the better. And to Honorable Simba Arati, I want to say, and everybody, whichever political camp you belong to, be it Tanga Tanga, be it Kieleweke, Hustler Nation, the neutrals, those who do not know where they belong to, I want to say this. And this is something that we must take very, very seriously. The trajectory we are taking in this country is very serious. And we risk burning this country. We risk inciting the masses into violence that we will not be able to contain. The political class, and I want to address those in leadership and those aspiring. You have a responsibility. We have an obligation. We have a duty to conduct ourselves in the most civil of ways. Otherwise, history will judge you, Honorable Osoro, you, Honorable Arati, and your ilk very, very harshly. You must come out and speak to the truth, have political tolerance, allow the other person to express themselves, and always be reminded that you do not enjoy your political or your fundamental rights, human rights, as provided for in the Constitution at the expense of other people. Your rights stop or end where mine begins. Therefore, we must always remind ourselves that. And the fact that I hold an opinion that is different from yours does not bastardize your own. And that is what was happening yesterday, and we must speak against it. I'm talking about two people that I've known for many years. Before they became anything they are today, I have known them. And I'm very, very disappointed. The same way we were proud. Honorable Osoro, you remember what we did when you were elected in Parliament? The press conference you held at the Pan-African, you remember what we did. You remember how proud we have been as those of us who knew you and knew how ambitious you are and knew what abilities you had. Honorable Simba Arati, you know how far we have come from our times in Riruta satellite, Riruta main church, Seventh-day Adventist church. You know what happened in 2007 and how everything has panned out. And I want to say that there is every reason for me to be angry and to feel disappointed by what especially Honorable Osoro did yesterday. And I cannot hold it back. I just have to speak out. And I want to say that let us not confirm certain perceptions by simply allowing ourselves to be emotional where we don't need to. I've been asking myself what it is that Honorable Osoro was trying to prove to his boss, Honorable the Deputy President, Dr. William Ruto. I honestly do not understand. And I'm wondering why it was such a matter of life and death that even my good friend, my sister, Millicent Omanga, also attempted something that, trying to, again, another attempted assault at the podium. Honestly, this kind of narrative has got to end. This kind of behavior is unacceptable and, to say the least, deserves to be treated with maximum contempt, but also must be condemned in the strongest terms possible. Honorable Osoro and your colleagues in the Hustler Nation, you may feel hard done by. You may feel that somebody has said something that you do not agree with. It may burn you to the core. But my grandmother taught me something. And she said, and I hold a lot of, that in very high regard, that if someone insults you, clench your fist, then open it. And if you find whatever they have said written on your palm, on the palm of your hand, then you have reason. to go after this person and do whatever you want to do, as long as you're ready to bear the consequences of those actions. But if you don't find whatever they have said about you written anywhere on the palm of your hand, then my friend, you have nothing to lose. And Governor Mandago said, politics weka kwa mapafu. Don't do it to your heart. That is what happened. That is why people are getting, emotional left, right, center. And let us show tolerance. Let's have the kind of tolerance that will help this country. 2007, 1997, 1992 have experiences that if you came close to politically instigated violence, we've had incidents in 2013 and in 2017 with Baby Pendo and others. But I want to tell you, if you have been in the thick of things where you fall victim to politically instigated violence, then you will not support the kind of hooliganism and mediocrity that we saw yesterday at Bomachoge. And I want to say in closing that it is shame. It is a shame that we can try to justify what happened yesterday at Bomachoge. It is unjustified, it is unmerited, it can never be defendable in the court of public opinion. We must be able to condemn it, and I condemn it. And Honorable Osoro, my good friend and brother, you know what you stand for. We know how ambitious you are. You must come out and say to the Kenyan people and those who believe in me, I am sorry, it was the heat of the moment. That is the epitome of integrity in public service, integrity in leadership. If you cannot be able to do that, then history will judge you very harshly. And to you, my brother, Simba Arati, I want to tell you that yes, what you did was in self-defense, but there are also incidents where you have been the aggressor. Just like yesterday, Honorable Osoro was the aggressor. So let's be able to cool our nerves and exercise political tolerance and be able to steer this country forward. There are very many young people who look up to you people. I know others have said that it was good for once seeing two politicians go at each other and not the youth that they have intoxicated. But then the culture of violence is one that we must end in this country. And if it takes yesterday's incident for the people to revolt and say no to such kind of behavior, then so be it. I'm done for now. Let's have this conversation on the social media pages. Follow me, follow my platforms, and let's engage. Let's see what we can have and how we can do it. So for now, stay safe. Take good care of yourselves, and remember, don't bastardize someone's opinion because it is different from yours. Let's exercise tolerance. Have a tolerant day.